Two musical legends feature in this year's festival. Lou Reed's recent live performance of his album Berlin was captured by the American artist Julian Schnabel. And Todd Haynes was daring enough to cast Cate Blanchett as Bob Dylan in I'm Not There.
Dylan is a, you know, he's an inescapable subject. He's an extraordinary subject. He you know, encapsulates an unbelievable decade and era in culture, in history, but he's moved on from that and continued to branch out and continued to astound people and keep coming back. You know, I mean, that's the stuff that Dylan's done in the last 5 years while I've been making this film. It's been so remarkable. So, you know, I didn't need to contribute to the fandom or the worship of Bob Dylan. That's taken care of, you know. But I felt like what an amazing opportunity to really get inside this artist and get inside the years and the era that defined him.
His songs are like a true vision of God. Well, I just find he's the most piercing and aware insight working today.
It was the idea of multiple actors and multiple characters coalescing to tell a life story that really came to me when I first kind of got back into Dylan in the end of 1999, beginning of 2000. And it was at that moment that I just felt that film bug hit me too. It was both a way to, I think that sense that splitting him up into characters was an innately dramatic thing to do. Something that could explode visually and narratively on film. But I also knew that it was probably getting closer to who he really was and what he really stood for than any conventional approach would have done.
I want you. I want you. Yes, I want you so bad.
For me, personally, I was relieved of any duty to present a physical portrayal or imitation of Dylan, which I was really relieved. And so my story was more of an internal portrayal of Dylan. You know, like, I think in a whole, everyone was just, our task was to provide a fragrance of Dylan and let the story and let the movie as a whole be the portrait. You know, but people like Cate was very specifically Dylan-esque, and I think she was phenomenal. Just the performances around me were breathtaking, and just every inch of film I'm just so proud of, and I think Dylan would be too.
Today, the one-time 60s folk, a fully ordained member of the Gateway Ministry and an active figure in the state's evangelical community. And yet, for the past 2 decades, Father John has remained silent about his past. I asked him why.
Old things are passed away, and all things are made anew. It doesn't matter what I did before.
It was a challenge, but, you know, it was a huge risk, a huge experiment. And the fact that it ultimately moves people, that you actually can enjoy the film like a piece of music and not worry about all the details and all the historical references and all the Dylan references, and really let it kind of take you, is really what makes me happiest about the result. You know, that was really my dream, was that it wouldn't be an intellectual exercise, because Dylan's music isn't, you know, but Dylan's music is complex.
Tonight is the climax of the festival. The jury, headed by Jean Guillemot, including Jane Campion and Alejandro González Inarritu, has given their awards just a moment ago.
It was very tense, wasn't it, David? The special jury prize was shared between The Secret of the Grain by Abdullah Kashisha and Todd Haynes' film about Bob Dylan, I'm Not There.
Also from I'm Not There, Cate Blanchett won the award for Best Actress for her wonderful performance as Bob Dylan.
And Brad Pitt won Best Actor for his performance in Andrew Dominik's The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford.
The Best Director award went to Brian De Palma